office because of the cases against them, right? Goes to IEBC, they're cleared. Why? Because of Article 90 of the Constitution that says what? An individual has room to go through all the appeal mechanisms that do exist
until you've exhausted all the
appeal mechanisms. That is the law, right? So you find that because that is in the law, people are taking advantage of that article in the Constitution to continue running. But that notwithstanding, you have investigated your matter. You are convinced this individual, this is a case, right? This individual is supposed to stand trial and be taken to court. You take that to the ODPP, and there is another bureaucracy on what needs to happen. ODPP needs to again look at the matter and consider if this file is good enough to go to court. Yet by the time this matter is coming from NCIC to go to ODPP, NCIC is convinced that this matter should go to court. Therefore, in this chain that we're talking about and appreciating the independence of the ODPP, is therefore ODPP failing NCIC when it comes to prosecuting individuals who have broken the law?
Yeah, that's what we are saying. That's why the agencies are saying. That's why EACC and the NCIC and others are saying that when it comes to prosecuting some of these cases, and that's why Rinders are brought to do hate speech or to do other incitement, because they know that Article 90, you have all their time to appeal. They know now the DPP, before they get all these files, and they are convinced it will take time, and then the court might drag these cases, judiciary also might drag the cases for 5 years, and by the time 5 years is over, this guy is a governor, is any other leader, so therefore they can circumvent the law. So what NCIC is saying in the amendments, and they are before Parliament now, third reading, is let us be given, first of all, the prosecutorial powers. Let us also be given the power to vet these political aspirants, even if you have been cleared by the courts or by anybody else, and we now have the ability to, with the IBC, we can refuse you to be cleared. Then also let us also have political, or not political, financial autonomy. You know, sometimes when we are dealing with some of these people and they own the powers, the financial muscle, they can...
they approve your budget.
Can make our budget. Like in the last, what we have been operating in is a lot of challenges, even to be able to even take serious research on this person. So we are saying that once we are given that power to vet, many politicians will fear. When we are given power also to, you know, to remove some of these people from their positions, it will work because the deterrence here is first of all on the people themselves. Remember, my honorable team here, it's Kenyans who crap when politicians are insulting, when they are abusing, when they are degrading or dehumanizing others. So if we are in a rally and we see a politician insulting others or talking vulgar language, because we have seen also an emergence where, especially the female leaders, the female politicians, want to take us back to ages where women, for example, were viewed from the head downwards. And we are saying we want to use Wangari Maathai's words, but let's look at a woman, at a female, from the end upward. Let's look at what is in their hand, not other mundane things.
But Musegi, let me just maintain my my line of thought, right? ODPP is the problem. You've said NCIC has its lawyers, right?
Yes, we have lawyers.
Then what stops your lawyers from working with ODPP to make successful prosecutions? Because lawyers within NCIC, if you have a conversation